Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into the North Main Minute. I'm Joshua Doby. Ready or not, I know you can tell by the tone of my voice, it's that time of the year. It's tax season. And it's a reality for just about everybody, meaning that you have to file your taxes, you may even owe some taxes, or you may be one who's getting a refund. And if that's the case, I hope you already filed, and I hope the refund is on its way, if not already, to you. But what are some things to keep in mind for tax season, especially as it's rapidly approaching, meaning that the file date is April 15th. Now, that's true for just about every year. We had some variances during the time of COVID where there were some adjustments made, but generally speaking, standard filing time for individuals is April 15th. So you definitely want to keep that date in mind. First of all, make sure you get it filed on time, and also a corollary to that, make sure you get it filed on time even if you can't pay all of your taxes. And I say that, and I'm very emphatic about making sure you're aware of it. It's much better to file your taxes even if you can't afford to pay the taxes you may owe than not to file at all. You want to make sure that you're telling the IRS, hey, I know I owe these things, can't pay them right now. Be happy to talk with you about a payment plan, which you can do also for taxes that are owed. So that's a little bit of a corollary, but I definitely want to make sure you're aware of that date. And again, if you owe taxes and you can't pay them, make sure that you at least file on time to make sure that the IRS knows. Also, you can file an extension. That doesn't keep interest and perhaps even penalties from accumulating on you, but you can also file an extension. That will move out your filing time until October 15th of this year. But again, that doesn't take away from interest and penalties perhaps accumulating during that time. Just that means that you can have an extension in terms of actually filing for your taxes. So that's first big item on the date. Second big item, start to accumulate it, and you probably have already, but start to accumulate all of your W-2s and your 1099s and other various tax forms that have come in here over the last several weeks. Also, document your charitable expenses and other deductible expenses that you may be able to place on your tax return. Now, not everybody itemizes their deductions. So even though you may have some deductible things, the standard deduction may be more than what your itemized deductions are. And in that case, of course, you want to use the standard deduction. But accumulate those things, and if you do it yourself or use a software program, and especially if you use a CPA or an accountant, make sure he or she have those items from you as well. So accumulating those documents. Third item that you want to keep in mind. Make adjustments for the following year if you would like to have a different tax experience and you think that your income is going to be pretty much the same. That's a pretty wordy way of saying if you want to make sure that you, say, for instance, don't owe taxes next year, or you don't want to pay penalties and interest because you underpaid this previous year, perhaps you increase your withholdings if you're a W-2 employee, or if you're a 1099 or you're receiving income in retirement, perhaps increase the amount that you either have withheld directly or the amount that you're paying on a quarterly basis. That can cut down that interest rate expense and that penalty expense that sometimes can come from not paying enough tax along the way. Everybody's situation is very different and unique. This is obviously, as you know, in no way advice relative to your tax situation. We strongly recommend reach out to your accountant, your CPA. We'd always be happy to chat with you here at North Main Financial Group. Even though we don't complete tax returns, we do tax planning literally every day on behalf of clients. And the very least that's true is that we can give you an idea in general and broad terms what some taxable impacts can be in your particular situation. If you'd like to do that, reach out to us online. You can find us at northmainfinancial.com. That's northmainfinancial.com.